Hey, I want to thank everybody here for dropping by, and if you're not here yet, you should be here soon, hopefully. Um, just a place to be on Friday night. I'm in Prince Edward Island. It's a wet and rainy night here. Um, so if you're like me in Atlantic Canada and you're experiencing rain today, it's probably a good place to be inside watching my stream. So I'm trying a new program here, and doing things a little differently. Um, so there's a new program for streaming. So I'm hoping I don't have as many issues as I had um, with previous setups. The previous program I was using. So I'm trying out StreamYard tonight. So let's hope it goes well. So if you read my message tonight, is this going to be just a general sort of chat? And again, as in all our streams in April, I'll be raising money for Ukraine. It will be going to support a refugee fund. There's a couple that I'm looking at. I haven't decided quite yet. And I'll be posting that. I have been able to raise a little bit of money so far this month, so I'm quite happy with that. I do appreciate it. As always, I appreciate everybody's views and on my channel and on my chat and on my live streams. So I don't know if there's anything anybody wants to specifically talk about tonight. If there is, you can put it in the you can put it in the you can put it in the chat, and I'll be responding to it. So and look at that, already spelling mistakes. Anybody who knows me, they'll know I have fat fingers, and spelling mistakes or typos are very common. So you probably never want to read something by me. People know me, know my common mistakes. Spell check is my best friend. So tonight, if you're joining me, like I said in the description, grab a glass of whiskey. I'm going to grab one in a minute. I have a few choices myself. I have classic Jameson's. I have Grant's classic Jameson's Irish whiskey. I have a little bit of Grant's Scotch, and this here is actually quite an interesting variation of Jameson's. It's a Jameson's Irish whiskey. It's cold. It's infused with cold brew. It's quite nice. Like I said, if there's any specific topic you want to talk about, I have a few things on my mind. There's a few upcoming videos that I'm in the midst of producing, researching. I'll be continuing my series on the Prime Ministers of Canada, going to Alexander Mackenzie next, who was the second Prime Minister of Canada. He was also the second Prime Minister of Canada to be born in Scotland. What a coincidence. He might be very well the last Prime Minister of Canada also to be born in Scotland. I'll be doing. I have a couple of actually in my series for settlers of Atlantic Canada, in the midst of being edited and and portions filmed. So those should be coming out shortly. The next one in the Prime Minister series that I have scheduled is for the 29th of April on that Friday, so it should be dropping then. The next one in the series on the settlers of Atlantic Canada should be approximately 2 weeks after. It is actually possible that might wind up coming before, because I'm almost complete one, and I would like that to drop sooner, if possible. I will continue to do my weekly questions of the week from WikiTree as long as they're ones that I could answer. I didn't do last week's just because I did have sort of an answer, but it took me a long time to get the research, and it actually seemed more of something of a longer video that I will do to the week before. This week's answer is up, and it did drop and was posted to my channel last night. So I hope you check that out. If you did, you got to see what some of my genealogy, what's on my genealogy bucket list. I know from reading other people's answers to that question, they have a lot of specific goals as far as finding certain relatives, and I do have those, but I took sort of a different approach of things I wanted to do related to genealogy, related to getting to know my friends in the genealogy world, and getting to know the places of my ancestors a little better, and also what I can enjoy in my own local area to be able to absorb some of that culture of my ancestors. So I'm just gonna type in something here. So we can use a couple ways. This new program is actually quite nice. I can invite any of you on as a guest if there's something you specifically want to talk about. Just let me know by dropping it into the chat. There's two other series that are going to be of shorter format videos, probably in the 5 to 10 minute time frame, as opposed to some of my longer content. I'm going to be doing. I was hoping to get it started for April 15th, this day in Canadian history, as well as I have a series of videos on occupations of our ancestors. So various occupations that we don't see today, that you might wind up finding in the records of your ancestors and are looking for a little bit more. If that follows up, I have a couple other ideas to when I've sort of gone through the different groupings of those occupations to different causes of death, because that's actually something that is quite common in some of the older names for causes of death and death certificates we might not understand, or it's not something that would be common today. So trying to examine some of those things. So I think it's just a little about time to maybe listen to a little music. I'm going to put on some background music as we prepare and get as we go and get ready to answer some of your questions. Just 1 second here. So there we go. And like I said, I'm just going to add some music into this. I don't know what you're in the mood for. I'm usually, I don't really have a wide selection here with this program to use and background music that I won't get copyright strikes for. So I'm just going to play something now and see where we go. So you can tell me what you like. If you like the music, it's not really the kind I would normally listen to. I listen to more of I like Celtic music and maritime music, but I've really been getting into Celtic rock and punk a little more. Um, don't ask me about the banjo. It's actually, I guess I'll tell you. It was my uncle had given it to me, and it was his uncle. It might have been actually his granduncle, which would be my great granduncle. Anyways, I have it there. I actually need to restring it. When I first got it, I did teach myself to play one song just because I I had it and I wanted to learn. Um, you'll see joining us tonight. Our prime ministers, if you haven't had a chance to meet them, on my unboxing video, we have Sir Wilfrid Laurier and Sir John A. MacDonald. Sir Wilfrid Laurier's video won't be coming up for a few weeks. The videos for the prime ministers, my goal is to release one a week. So we've had 22, 23, I think, prime ministers now with Justin Trudeau. So I have about a good 2 years worth of videos to get on those. So I'm just going to let this play for a second. I'm going to just put my mic on a quick mute. And I'm just going to be right back. Sorry, I just realized I was mute there. We were just talking about some of the new videos that I have coming up. I have the second in my series on Prime Ministers of Atlantic Canada coming up at the end of the month. April 29th is the day that is due to be released. Just finishing up on it. I also have a couple in my series on settlers of Atlantic Canada that I'm currently working through. So I'm just trying to do something here on my I'm just making some adjustments here. Like I said, I'm using a new program, so I'm just trying to see what I can do to make some differences in it. So 1 second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try doing a couple games while we're waiting to get you guys initiated in some chat. So I'm going to do some games about prime ministers. So this is Sporkle. They're a great little site that has a lot of different trivia games and the like. So I just searched prime ministers, and there's of Canada, and the first one that came up is common first name. So we're going to try that and see what we have. So No, MDQL is Looney for logo, so that's awesome. So let's go. Let's play this quiz. So the first name. So we have John. And that's several prime ministers. We have Alexander. That's the next one. And so we have Mackenzie Bell, William Lyon Mackenzie, yep. Charles Tupper and Wilfrid Laurier are the next two. So Charles, Wilfrid, why is it not taking Wilfrid Laurier? Not sure why it's not taking Wilfrid. Let's go to Robert. We have Richard. We have Richard Bennett. We have Louis. And we'd also have Lester Pearson. His friends did call Mike. That is correct. And we have Arthur. We have Pierre. We have Brian. We have Kim, our first female prime minister. We have Jean. And we have Paul. And we have Stephen. And we have Justin. Now, not sure why it won't take Wilfrid. Okay, for whatever reason it won't take Wilfrid, and I'm not sure. So let's go back and try another quiz. Said I haven't tested these quizzes before, so let's see which ones there are. Oh, this might be interesting. Australian, British, or Canadian Prime Minister. I should be able to get all the Canadians, but will I be able to get the Australian and British ones? So let's try this. Okay. He is British. She was Canadian. So Earl Page, I want to say he's Australian. Gladstone was British. John A. Margaret Thatcher. So we have, I'm sure David Cameron was British. So John Abbott was Canadian. Go Woodland, I'm going to assume it's Australian because I don't know. Joseph Lyons, I'm going to assume it's Australian. Bob Hawke's Australian. Bob Menzies is Australian. Clement Attlee is British. And William Lyon Mackenzie King is Canadian. Sir Robert Walpole, I want to say he's Australian. Oh, he is British. Stephen Harper is, I should have known that. He's British. John Major. The great ads coming up here, so let's get those going. David Lloyd George. Yeah, if you just have anything to say, you did drop it in the chat there. David Lloyd George was British. Paul Marnie, he was Canadian. Theresa May was British. John Howard was British. Oh, Australian. Malcolm, I should have known that actually. Malcolm Turnbull, Australian. Julia Gillard, I think that's their current prime minister. She's Australian. Kevin Rudd, Australian. Joe Clark, Canadian. Sir Wilfrid Laurier, Canadian. See, they have them there. Spencer Percival. I want to say if there's ever a British name, that definitely sounds like it. Alfred Deakin, Australian. John Diefenbaker, Canadian. And Justin Trudeau is Canadian. Sir John A. and Stephen Harper I hit by mistake, but I'm not going to give up on that. And so let's go back and try another one. That one there, I should have done better. I just need to watch my keyboard and my fat fingers. So last hit Canadian Prime Minister, spot the Canadian Prime Minister. Can you pick the people who serve this Canada Prime Ministers, ignoring the people who did not? Okay, this sounds interesting. Okay, so let's play the quiz. So I have to choose the 8 Prime Ministers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, that wasn't hard. Average score is 71%. I got 8 out of 8. So you can do this again and we'll shuffle. Well, let's try next quiz. See what happens. Can you click the people who serve this? Okay, I'm going to stick in the Canadian Prime Ministers. The last one, Canadian and Australian, was pretty good. Which Canadian thing? Okay, Canadian or UK Prime Minister? Okay, let's try this one. Let's see if this is images. If it's images, I'll do it. If it's just the same, I'll skip. Robert Borno, he's Canada. Alexander Mackenzie's Canada. United Kingdom. Yeah, this is really easy because whichever ones are not Canadian would be British. Arthur Main's Canada. Lester Pearson's Canada. Kim Campbell's Canada. Johnny McDonald's Canada. Mackenzie Bowell's Canada. George Grenville. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher, probably my favorite British Prime Minister. I almost thought that said Arthur Weasley. I was going to say he's from Harry Potter. He's not actually. I don't think ever been Prime Minister of England or Canada. Harold Wilson, British. Tony Blair, UK. Neville Chamberlain. John Diefenbaker. Charles Tupper. Charles Tupper, interesting enough, his father was the first minister of the church just down the road from me. Gladstone. John Turner. He was born in the United Kingdom, though. John Turner was. He's the last Canadian Prime Minister to be born outside of Canada. Would be him. Richard Bennett, Justin Trudeau, and who do we have last? Louis St. Laurent. So we got 30 out of 30. That was pretty good. So let's try another one. And so there's this one. Which Canadian thing? Let's try that. Can you choose the image that corresponds to the given Canadian person, place, or thing? Okay, let's try this. Which is the flag of Saskatchewan? Okay, the flag of Saskatchewan is there. Which island is Cape Breton? Prince Edward Island, where I live. Cape Breton's where my family's from. What food is poutine? Well, this is an easy one. Which team plays in Manitoba? It's the Winnipeg Jets. Which is Mount Logan? Now this is difficult. I know this one isn't, but to be able to recognize them, Mount Logan's pretty high, so I'm trying to go by the one that's the highest, which is the Saddle Dome. Okay, so there's the Saddle Dome. Which is Quebec City, though that's Toronto. That is Ottawa. No, that's Quebec there, I want to say. Yep. Which country is Canada? That's not hard. Which is the $50 banknote? Well, there we go. Which building is center block of Parliament Hill? There we go. What is the Mackenzie River? Okay, Mackenzie doesn't go there, doesn't go there. This here, I'm not sure where this is. Let's say that's the Mackenzie. Nope, it's there. Which is a hockey team. That's baseball. That's football. That's the Eskimos. I'm going to say this one. No, the Warriors. Stephen Harper. There we go. What province is New Brunswick? What is Dakota Arms of Nunavut? Which is the Canada Goose. Canada Goose. Quite the annoying beasts they are. Which animal is a caribou? Which part of the water is Lake Huron? Who is Stephen Nash? Well, they don't have a picture of my uncle, so it must be a different Stephen Nash. So that's Wayne Gretzky, Donald Sutherland, and Ryan Reynolds, 3 great Canadians. And there would be Steve Nash, another great Canadian. Which is the flag of Canada? This one here is, but I actually really like this one up here. I really do. I'm going to take a snapshot of that. I just think that is just an awesome flag. So I'm going to take this, and I just think that's a cool flag. That would have been if they proposed that in 1965, I would have been all in for that. Which is the flag of Canada? Yeah, next. What's the flag of Saskatchewan? Next. Cape Breton, next. Did I do this already? Next. Poutine. Okay. So let's go back, and we're going to play one more game. And then I might go and do a little GeoGuessr of Canada. Canadian Prime Ministers by picture. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, so that is Justin. Okay. And of course, I'm getting a call, so I'm going to pause this, and I'm going to mute my mic and be right back. And so let's go back and resume. So why then this site never wants to take my Wolford? I spelled Wolford way wrong. So let's go back. That is, let's go to the next one. That's Abbott. Oh, the Thompson. John Thompson. Okay. That's Bennett. That's Jean Chrétien. That's Alexander Mackenzie. And that is... there's Thompson. I got Tupper, Abbott. Who's that? Let's go next. That's Trudeau again, the other, Trudeau the Elder. And Mulrooney. And we have Kim Campbell. That's an easy one. It's just the only female. That is Joe Clark. Met Joe a few times in real life, and interesting. John Turner, I met him a few times too. Actually, a person I don't have a lot of disrespect for. I did when I was younger. When I was foolish, when I was actually a liberal. I wasn't a big fan of his, but I am now that I know him. That's Robert Borden, last Canadian Prime Minister from Nova Scotia. That's Pearson. Interesting thing about Lester Pearson, my uncle carried his war medals at his funeral. So we went through. This is one of the early prime ministers. It's not Mackenzie. It's not Abbott. It's not Bowell. It's not Thompson. There's one more, and why is he slipped my mind right now? Is this Powell? Powell. Yes, I should know. Like the movement, Powell movement. Not a good way to remember somebody. And this is Tupper, another Nova Scotian Prime Minister. Out of the first bunch of Prime Ministers, out of the first 5, I want to say 3 of them were from Nova Scotia. Well, no, let me see. There was from Nova Scotia, you had Charles Tupper, you had Thompson, and you had Borden. So 3 out of the first 6, 7. Yeah, 7 prime ministers. 8 prime ministers, I think. Yeah. Okay, so let's go back and choose another prime minister quiz. I want to. The older ones there, a lot of them, they kind of look a little bit alike. Canadian prime minister or poet. Okay, so let's actually just try let's try Canadian history. See what we got there. I want to thank everybody for donations there. So history by decade. So let's go. So let's pick the decade these events took place. Okay. So there's 26 questions, it looks like. And let's play the quiz. Sir Johnny MacDonald dies. When the Stanley Cup established, that's 1890. Upper and Lower Canada unite into the province of Canada. That is in the 1850s. Ooh. Slave Trade Act. That's into the 1810s. Getting it wrong. Raid on Dieppe, that's the 1940s. That's easy. Canada first issued Ottawa chosen as the capital province of Canada. I want to see that's the 1850s. Yes, Alberta and Saskatchewan Joint Confederation. That's in 1905. Lester Pearson elected president of the United Nations General Assembly. That would be in the 1950s. Newfoundland, that's the 1880s. Rideau Canal opens York, renamed Toronto. Upper Canada Rebellion, that's 1830s. Finian raids, the British North American Act, that's the 1860s. Sponsorship scandal, 4 soldiers killed in friendly fire incident. Montreal Expos move. The sponsorship scandal. Okay, that Montreal Expos move, that's in the 2000s. Legislation passed to begin Medicare program. Last executions take place at Expo Montreal. That's in the 1960s. Treaty of Paris seals the fall of New France. New France becomes Quebec. That's the 1760s. The United States declares war on Britain. Americans burn New York. That's 1770. 1780s. James Cook reaches Vancouver Island. 1780s? No. The Emperor Louis arrived. The province of New Brunswick formed. GST introduced Confederation Bridge. That's in the 1990s. Pierre Laporte murdered. That's 1970. Exactly. First Welland Canal complete. Last of the Bale took die. It's one of these three. Let's go to the next one. Manitoba joins Confederation. That's 1870s. Royal Navy formed. That's in 1910. R.B. Bennett elected. That's in 1930s. Terry Fox dies. That's in 1980s. Group of 7 Prime Minister Blue Nose launched. That's in the 1920s. First Welland Canal complete. Actually, that's a lot before I was thinking. 1840s? No. Okay, so I want to do this one again. I know it's kind of cheating, but to get the ones I missed, I'm more interested in getting those and seeing what happens. I've unlocked experience. That's great. Let's enter this. So I want to do more quizzes. I wanted to replay that. Why is it not letting me replay it? Okay, let's go back. Let's see more Canadian quizzes. So I'm going to stop in about 10 minutes here. Get the picture, Canadian history. Okay, I like these graphic ones. So, there's 12 questions, 3 minutes, so let's go. Canada hosts the Olympic Games for the first time. It's Maple Leaf. Canada gains complete independence from the UK. Maple Leaf. St. Lawrence Seaway. Yes. Transcontinental Railway. The actually have to select that red ensign. So, Canadian penny is removed from circulation. Newfoundland becomes Canada's 10th province. Nunavut becomes a territory. Canada joins the UN. First Nations people are granted the right to vote. And Pierre Trudeau is Prime Minister. Canada celebrates the centennial. And a Canadian team wins that would be the red ensign. Issue is the red ensign, they had so many different versions of it that's not really the right one to use. So let's go back to Canadian quizzes. Most populous Canadian cities in history. It's Canadian history. So this one's just Canadian history. And we'll do that, and then the 20 terms one. Let's see what that's like. Can you match them to the description based on Canadian history? Okay. Play quiz. This law made Canada completely self-governing. Okay. Statue of Westminster? Yes. This terrorist group that attacked France, Ferdinand, and Syria triggered World War I. Okay, this is not Canadian history necessarily, but the Black Hands. Quebecers that want to separate Canada. That would be Quebec's separatists. But let's see. Yes, separatists. Prime Minister Canada when the Depression hit in 1929. Oh, that was Mackenzie King, I believe. I was thinking it was Richard Bennett, but I thought he was halfway through. So let's go. It's him. Relief paid by the government. Relief for what? The dole. This consisted of Britain, France, and Russia defending side World War I. This would be the Triple Alliance or the Triple Entente. Triple Alliance. This was held by the people to improve economic and social standards. This was held the day the stock market crashed. Black Tuesday. Compulsory enlistment must that's conscription. Various attacks that's the October crisis, where I saw that there. Grants power during the break of the War Measures Act. The psychologist disturbance caused by prolonged exposure of war. Okay, the shell shock. These aren't specifically Canadian things. Term used to refer to when all efforts go towards war. Total war. Inventors is Frederick Banting. Any pilot was shot down by the Canadian Roy Brown in the First World War. That's the knock it off the red bit. This was set up to make Quebec and French culture more a part of Canada. It's not the Model T. The B&B Commission, political parties, that's these ones. The carrier of the bomb that destroyed Harris, that's Enola Gay, again, not Canadian. Training schools for spies in World War I. That's World War II. The Scamax, this was a Model T. Banning of alcohol is prohibition. So they're the Triple Alliance, Treaty of Versailles, and the Triple Entente. I should have remembered that from grade 11 history. So I said I was going to do one more. So let me see what we have here. We were going to do it's not there, the one I saw. Canadian history, grab bag, Canadian history bunker. Grade 10 Canadian history, World War I, part 1 of 2. 1966 to 1970. Okay, I was born in 1970. So let's see what we have here. And then when we go, we'll have a glass of scotch and we'll get going. Who was killed during the October crisis? Pierre Laporte. So let's see if I can find him. Pierre Laporte. What was funded during the centennial celebration? This is the 100 years of when did the Official Languages Act passed? Oh, I can't remember that. It's probably one of the 2 years. What replaced the War Measures Act? This is the Emergency Measures Act. I believe, yes. When was the War Measures Act invoked? That was 1970. 79, that's not it. 36. See, it's not giving me that year there, so let's go next. What was eliminated by the new Immigration Act? What was eliminated? Four immigrant classes. Yep. Ooh. How many countries attended Expo 67? 79? That must be 62. What was Pierre Trudeau's occupation before? He was a lawyer. Which Prime Minister was Pierre Trudeau? Which Prime Minister was Pierre Trudeau? That he was the Prime Minister who, like, 15th, yeah, okay. Which company was first to release colored broadcasting? City TV? Nope, that must be Global. That took place in Montreal. What are the two official languages? It's English and French. So where's English and French? Not English and Mandarin. Some of these are just, they don't have, there we go, English and French. I just can't find them. I don't know why. Who was kidnapped during, that's Pierre Laporte and James Cross. He was a Liberal. Who kidnapped, that was the FLQ. Don't know why my screen became bad. When was the war? It's 1970s. Like, don't know why they don't 1970 here. When was it invoked? Not enacted, invoked. Okay. What was limited by new Immigration Act? Was the entry of immigrants? The Lazy Protection Act. Let's try this. Lazy Protection Act? No. I just like the name of that. I'm going to say 62. There's no 1970 here. 1969? Okay. CBC 62s. Okay. That's bizarre. Okay. Yeah, now I have to do one more just because that one there is let's see if we can do another period of history. So the 20s and 30s. Canadian history events. History on a map, North America. Okay, let's see. This one's interesting. Just the idea of it. So there we go. Let's play the quiz. 925 is it became a powerful epicenter of the Mayans. Aztecs. Mayan. Okay, this is not Canadian. I want to go to Canadian. 100 years of history in Canada. Okay, let's try this one. So this was made. Does it tell me what year this was created in? Because that's going to make a difference because it's 100 years. Play quiz. Okay. Wolf 7, Borden 8, Maine 9. I want to say he's 10. Which part of French soil was given to Canada as a war memorial? Which Canadian Prime Minister died just months after leaving office in 1923? He died in 1923. Robert Borden. Oh, which British Prime Minister? Canadian-born British Prime Minister. I know this. I'll have to go back to it though. What restrictive policy ended in Alberta? Chinese discrimination. I know Alberta and this is Bing. What was the Toronto? Dancer and screen person. I don't know that. Women. Bennett. Westminster. That'd be hockey. That one. Don Cherry. important. First King George. Which Canadian? Was it Laurier? Did not know that. Which award for top sportsman was first announced this year? I don't know. Which Canadian mountain? Their tallest satellite Senate. I don't know. Which writer and actor Peter in Zootopia was born in Edmonton in 1938? Which mayor was arrested for sedition due to the anti-conscription? I don't know. Which Asian islands? Okay. I know we were in Singapore. Conscription. David, what's his name? Lynch. Okay, on Juno Beach. Federal by-election. Oh no, that one. Who challenges the segregation? Oh, that's oh, I should know her name. She's on the $10 bill now. $1947. That would be all right. Oh, 47. That would be no. Yeah, it's Sherman. Don't know. Which famed but short-lived Canadian comedy actor was born? I want to say John Candy. Which property became the official residence 24 Sussex? Nova Scotia. That's the Korean. Wasn't a war, it was a police action. I don't know that one. Okay, we're going up, back up. Where did the cancel cause written? That's Cape Breton. Cost a quarter to go across, but you were always free to leave. Suez Canal. That's the same person, Lester Pearson. That's Wayne and Schuster. Wayne and Schuster, we're not spelling it. Two C's, and there's one C. I don't know why I'm not spelling it. It is Wayne and Schuster, though. Who succeeded the late Premier of Quebec, surviving only for 4 months before also passing away? Don't know. This was, I want to say beer. What hockey? That's Gretzky. Which children's TV series first? That's either Mr. Dressup or Friendly Giant. A Friendly Giant? Hey, Mr. S. I don't know what they're asking for. Return fell from power. That's Diefenbaker. What important Canadian symbol did the Department resolve to adopt new flag? Which internationally successful movie was Canadian lead actor? Which Canadian actor had the leading role in the, that's Shatner. William Shatner from Montreal. That's the Expos. Yep. That's Churchill. I want to say Baryshnikov, but I'm probably not going to spell it. That's the Beaver. Montreal. Who made their formula? What's his name? No. Pelche. Okay. Who became Canada's Dutch Joe Clark? That's Quebec. That's Terry Fox. I was living in Ottawa that time. I can't remember. Was it Turkey? Oh, what a good guess, because I remember there was some conflict there. That's Sauvé. She was formerly a Speaker of the House of Commons. The highest number of gold medals ever, 23. This guy's never doing that. Who wrote The Handmaid's Tale? Atwood. That's Vancouver. That's Meech Lake. Calgary. Amazing how I'm getting these ones, and they're close to my lifetime. So let's go all the way back up here. Which NHL team won their first, their only Stanley Cup? That's Calgary as well. Isn't it? The NHL team won their only Stanley Cup. So Montreal, Calgary won then. Vancouver hadn't won one. Winnipeg never won one. Edmonton won a bunch. Campbell. Oh, Premier, sorry. Catherine Callback. Here in PI, I didn't live there then. I should know the place all. Charlottetown. Which Prime Minister reduced her party to Kim Campbell? What was designated in law as Canada's national summer sport? Which Canadian institution won the Nobel Peace Prize? No clue. Which long-running children's educational series ceased broadcasting? Titanic. Why am I? Was it that Titanic? In one, wasn't it? Not Avril Lavigne, Atlantis. I don't know. Who stood down as... That would be Cartier. Talkie. Not sure it would be listed as that. 10 seconds. Yeah. Okay. So I'm done for the night. You guys have a great day, and we'll talk again next time.